What's up, guys? I'm Mike.
I'm Luke.
Today we're reviewing all the yellow cards from OP07. It's the last color to review for the set, so if you're watching this video, all the other colors are out, and of course, members got to see these colors up to 2 weeks early as part of our members' benefits. They help support the channel, get access to members-only live streams, and of course, let us do really cool giveaways and really big projects, like one you'll be seeing very soon. Luke, tell them, how are we discussing our cards today?
We are rating them on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being absolute trash, 5 being game warping, meta changing. Yep.
New standards.
Very good.
I think that's the one thing to deviate, right? Not all 5s are game warping, but they're setting the new bar.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, this card is great.
Yeah. How are they going to top it in next set, right?
Yeah, speaking of a card that everyone thought was going to be that until we saw the rest of the cards of the set, we have our first yellow leader here, or the only one. What am I saying? Luke, you're the resident yellow player. Take it away.
Yeah, so Vegapunk is a 2-life leader.
What?
Yeah, the first 2-life leader, right?
But he can attack, right?
This leader cannot attack, Mike. Activate main once per turn. Cost 1 Dawn. Select up to 1 Egghead type card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand and play it or add it to the top of your life cards face up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's where.
So how good are the Egghead cards, Luke?
Oh man, Mike, why don't you turn the page and we'll find out?
Can I reserve my rating until I see the Egghead cards?
I think you can. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Cool.
All right. So Atlas is a 5-cost 6K. If you have less life cards than your opponent, this character cannot be KO'd in battle.
Limited. Great card.
Very good card. Trigger if your leader is in Vegapunk, play this card.
Is this a common theme with them?
This is a common theme with them.
Okay.
All of them usually.
I actually knew that. I'm slaying most of this one. I actually look at the set before we record. I'm like this guy. Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah,
better than the average card like this.
Yeah.
Has a free play trigger, potential and can't be KO'd.
And can be played for 1 if you have less or life.
Ooh, yeah. 3.
Pretty good. Yeah.
This card's great. This card's really
card.
good.
Yeah. 1 cost, 2K power. Up to trigger up to 1 of your Egghead type leader or character cards gains plus 2,000 power until the end of your next turn. So yeah, you just set it up, right? So
it's defensive.
Yep.
It's offensive.
2K power.
And it's 2K counter.
Yep.
Forgot about that one.
Oh, sorry.
That's a big one.
That's the one I wanted to say.
Well, you said this one, which is also true.
Yeah,
that's also true.
Yeah, both things are true.
3.5? This card is like very aggressively, like it's only meant to do one thing, but it's like so easy to do the one thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. I keep that at a 3.5.
And it's draw crew. I mean, like, that inherently.
Yeah.
Show me the red yellow Vegapunk that can't attack.
Dude, that would be so sad. That would be so sad.
This is my homie. This is Edison, man. 5,000 power, 4 cost. Another. So Vegapunk gets 2 2K counters, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
We talked about earlier in one of the other videos
Yeah.
how like you usually get 1 on your first set for your archetype. But in this case, given it's a 2-life leader to try to build up life, I think giving it more is good.
Yeah.
I think that's 3. Isn't the Franky one?
Yeah, Franky is also
3.
Yeah.
Jesus. On play, you get 2 or less life cards. Draw 2 cards. Trash 2 cards. We love filtering.
Yep.
Pretty great. Trigger if your leader's Vegapunk, play this card.
Yep.
3. It's like a high 3, but it's a 3.
I think it's a high 3 as well. I think it's like, yeah, you use this. I mean, you have to use it to like filter out your hand and everything. It's fine.
You're gonna acknowledge my joke?
Exact same thing, dude. What?
You gonna acknowledge my joke or?
What
It's a 3.
It's a 3?
It's a 3.
Okay.
He's number 3, guys.
Okay.
Got it memorized.
Oh my
Got it
God! Did you
memorized.
just Kingdom Hearts me?
Dude, this is the Axel pose. What do you mean? He's literally wearing a black jumper. Come on, dude. Like,
Kingdom Hearts me right now?
I just locked your heart. I just awakened your heart. I just did a
chain of memories.
Yeah, I just changed your memories together, bro. 6,000 power, 5 cost, 1K counter, blocker, trigger, if you leave Vegapunk, play this card. Uncommon for limited, by the way.
Yeah.
We love that.
This is really cool to play as a 1 cost.
Yeah, this is kind of, this is straight up iceberg shenanigans.
Yeah, this is really fun.
It was his Stella, Mr. Krabs. He was number 1. I give this a 3.5.
3.5 as well. A lot of these cards are gonna probably be 3.5s. I'm gonna be real, like.
Yeah, they're pretty aggressively traded because you know their value is with a card that is not good.
This is like the Lucci leader card where we're just like, okay, the sum of the parts are like what make this.
The difference though is that the leader's ability is the game plan though. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Whereas the Lucci's, like, the characters aren't the game plan, the leader is the game plan, and the characters are supporting that game plan.
Yeah.
The Lucci is supporting the characters, which is the inverse problem.
Yeah.
This card is common. Watch out for it at limited if you're watching this video. pre-release probably already happened, but if you haven't somehow, who's your member, watch out. This card's common.
This is a real.
I just like the Jinbe gets to finally chill out, dude. My boy's been through so much.
He's not chilling out in this arc, man.
Well, he is right here. He had a moment of peace.
Yeah, where he's like, I get to eat food.
He didn't even get to like really relax at the end of Fishman Island at the party because Shirahoshi's immediately kidnapped and then they immediately piss off Big Mom. So like,
and then at one, I mean like, yeah, no, wait, no, he gets to chill. He gets to chill.
He gets the party. Yeah, he gets to be in the big party. That's right.
He gets
But
like 2 weeks.
Big
right?
party is not chilling.
That's true.
You know?
That's not chilling.
Like he's vacationing. Anyway, no effect, but has trigger return up to one of your opponent's characters. It costs a 4 or less in his hand, and add this card to your hand, which is why it's limited. So good.
So good.
I think this is probably one of the. It's playable. It's probably the worst playable one. So like I'm gonna give it 2.5.
I give it a 2.
I feel like it's only good when you set it up, and so your opponent knows it's there. When your opponent knows it's there, how good is it really? Because the other like Usopp and stuff, you can make some of the same arguments.
Yeah.
But it's like Usopp, it only got 3%. We also never went back and graded Vegapunk.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So hey guys, so we didn't realize after we were recording that our mic packs died, and it was a long record, and it's late at night, and it was the last thing supposed to do, but we need to get this out, so we're gonna go through this pretty fast. Card, but otherwise.
Yeah, I'm gonna likewise give it a 3. I think it's pretty good. And yeah, you could bring it back. So
spoiler alert, introduces a lot of the problem where this is like a card your opponent knowing about it when you activate leader can play around. Yeah. Which is one of the problems aside from the leader itself and just not having a crazy powerful card in this set. Tony.Chopper is another one. 3k for 2, 1k counter, trigger up to one of your Egghead type characters against blocker during this turn. And then you add this card to your hand, which is good value, but again, your opponent knows it's there.
Yeah. They play around it, whatever.
2.5.
2.
Nico Robin. This card is like this weird thing. I feel like sitting on this now, I think this card's better than it is just because of the low number of Egghead cards that exist that you just need to play it for that like bridge in the deck. But the fact that the trigger is just draw 2 cards, so you're just replacing this and getting an extra card. Feels like a pretty low point, but it's a beautiful Robin card. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. I will give it a 2.5. It is a beautiful Robin card. It's the only thing that's carrying the score for me. So.
Pythagoras is a 6k for 5. 1k counter on KO. If you have 2 or less life cards, play up to one of your Egghead type characters. Cost 4 or less for your trust rested. Trigger if your leader is Vegapunk, play this card. This card should be so good, but you can't choose how to KO it. We talked about this at length in the recording we lost. That this is literally Bluno in every way except for it doesn't have Give It a Dawn game blocker. So just make it Bluno. Make it give it 2 Dawn, and it's Bluno. Like just make it Bluno.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this deck could be so good if this is Bluno.
Yeah, it was literally just made so that you could give it blocker with Chopper. It's not that great. It requires another card. I give it a 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I give it a 2.5. So the ability is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it should be better.
But then, like, I mean,
like if this is a Bluno, this is like a 4.
Yeah.
And because it's not, it's a 2.5. Like what? Fuza is this card you need to be worried about in limited because you can pair it with black reducer cards. It's vanilla statted, 6k for 4. Dawn 1 when attacking. If you have 1 or less life cards, KO up to your opponent's characters, but it costs a 3 or less. Still like a pretty decent tool for yellow and Sky Island, though not relevant right now, right?
Yeah. Really, really cool. I like it a lot. It's a 3.
Yeah, 3's good. Yeah. Franky!
This is a good ass card.
This is just all arounder. It's like the Sanji if you watch our purple
Show
review.
Them the altar. Show them the altar. There
Sorry,
we go.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
If you watched our purple review, which you should if you haven't, it's like the Sanji. It's perfectly designed to be a great value / defensive card. 5k for 4, 2k counter. Trigger, draw a card. Then if you have 1 or less life cards, you can play this card. So you either, when it's your life in any yellow deck, you either get a 2k to your hand, you get it on board and draw a card, or if you need a haymaker, like let's say like, hey, 2k isn't enough, I need a threat for next turn, or I need to see like an Elthor, right? You're like, I'll just try to draw the Elthor, you know? So yeah, 4.5 for just like how diversely flexible this card is.
Yes. And I also talked about this in length in the last card. I feel like this replaces your Satori's because you get to draw the card. You get to do all these other flexible things with this card. I think it's a really good card. I think it's 4.5.
And I agree with that, but I think it actually goes with Satori in non-NO decks and just replaces it in NO decks specifically.
Yes.
Vegapunk 1.
1.
Makes it easy. Monkey.D.Luffy for your BY. No, my joke is gone.
Bye. This is a really cool insync.
Because it ain't no lie. He's in bye. Luffy. We missed that whole conversation's gone, dude.
Yeah.
God, we really cooked on that this yellow video.
We did.
God damn it.
You just have to trust us. This was a good video.
This was a great video.
Until we had to re-record it.
6k for 5, 1k counter. Activate main, you may trash this character. If you have 2 or less life, KO up to one of your opponent's characters. Cost 4 or less, then draw 1 card. Trigger KO up to one of your opponent's characters. Cost 4 or less. Few things to note. Okay, 5 cost Luffy. Can be cheated off the 2 cost Luffy from Brothers decks.
Yep.
So pairs well with all that. That's why Buy Luffy's good.
Yep.
It's good in life, which is great in Buy Luffy. It's great on board, which is good in Buy Luffy. It pairs with Black in Buy Luffy, so if you want, you can play the reducer version, which means you can hit more than 4 costs. I give it a 4.5, not because the card is inherently super powerful, but because it's so role flexible that is inherently good.
Yes, I also give it a 4.5 because of the same exact reasons. Very flexible. I also pitted it up against cards such as 5 cost Sabo yellow, that targets a 5 cost or lower, 1 life gone, and then Gadatsu as the other yellow removals. I said that this is the more flexible one, and then you get to draw a card, so it's really good. So
Yeah, this card's really good.
we really had such banger jokes.
Oh, it's 10:40. Am I really gonna yell at my neighbors like this?
Well, this is the new joke now.
Wait, can I just use the footage and dub it over and do it later?
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna do that. Let's
Do
cut
that.
to the joke. All right, next.
I'll kill you!
We gotta talk about the card. 6k for 5, 1k counter. On play, you may add 1 card from top or bottom of your life to your hand. Sabo on a stick, but it KOs a 2 or less. Sabo from ST3 Brothers.
Yeah.
The reason that this one sucks is because you can technically play it for 1 Dawn, which means if it KO a 5, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like it should have been a 3 though to give this deck some life. Trigger if you're leaving back, play this card because it doesn't really have good targets. I give it 2.5.
I give it a 2 because I thought that, the only viable 2 costs or less are like, brand news and whatever, like searchers that are already like have expended their stuff, blockers that we no longer play. So
Lilith is a 5k power, 3 cost. It is your searcher for Egghead. I love this move towards, hey, we designed a lot of versions of 1 drops. Let's start experimenting with something else, which is 3 drops. On play, look at top 5 cards from your deck. Reveal up to 1 Egghead card other than Lilith. Put it in your hand. Place the rest on the bottom. And then in lieu of having a secondary ability or being reusable, like cards like the 3-drop Wall from OP07 or the Foxy Pirate one from earlier.
the Porsche,
Porsche, which gets a play a card. This has, of course, the trigger ability to play this off trigger, which is just free rolling and still getting a card. So 3.5.
I give it a 3.5 as well.
This art should not exist.
I don't like this art.
This design, this detail.
Yep.
No physics breaking. Stop it.
Yeah, I love the 3/5 searchers with hands. Those are fun. So.
Speaking of hands, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Come back.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's really cool.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, dude, Nintendo Direct really cooked.
The second we opened on a Mario and Luigi RPG game on cold open, I was like, we're
Ba-da-ba-da.
cooking, dude.
back, dude.
Yeah, dude. And don't tell me Metroid Prime is not a Switch 2
dude.
game. It's a Switch 2 game.
Oh man, I hope
That's why
not.
it's 2025. It's not. You think that game's gonna run that good on Switch?
I think it's gonna happen on Switch, and it's gonna have one in Switch.
It'll do both.
It'll
But
do
it's
both.
gonna be the launch title.
Yes,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Lucy, this card is a limited bond. You open in your pre-release. Just thank the gods and hope you draw it. 7 costs or 7,000, 6 costs. When attacking once per turn, I wish we didn't lose the footage because you didn't know what this card was, and I blew your goddamn mind.
It blew
I
my
loved
mind.
it. You may add 1 card from top or bottom of your deck of your life to your hand. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then you may rest up to one of your opponent's characters 4 or less. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But you can. It's the first good thing. Then we resolve this like a yellow mob leader and say if you have 1 or less cards in your life, add up to 1 card from top of your deck to your life. So just on rip, if you're at 2 or less life, you draw from life and replace it from top deck. And then you also get interaction. This card is a 3.5.
Yep.
It's outclassed because it doesn't really match up in the trading, and it's not doing anything too crazy. But holy shit, is this like such a value body on board that pressures the opponent?
Yeah, very good card in Kairos. See, I don't know. We did this part of we did this bit in the recording. Kairos. Really good card into Kairos. See, I almost did it again. And into Sabo, red yellow Sabo. Because you can immediately put it into life. Really good. See your life, babe.
Kairos. Now what happens when we go to our Kairos guide?
Don't do this. Don't show them though.
Now what happens when we go to our Kairos guide when I find it?
Down.
Let's hear.
I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. Bro said Kairos.
Just one guy. You mean the parking lot of Ross?
Kairos.
Kai Ross.
Zoro's a 6k power, 5 cost character, 1k counter. Trigger if your leader has Egghead type, rest of one of your opponent's characters or leader cards. You know, could be really good. I think it's a 2.5, unfortunately.
It's a 2.
I think this card should have been a 2k counter, or it should have also got added to your hand.
People were speculating that was a 3k counter, and
What are you talking about?
That's what you said in the last edit.
No, we were talking about, remember when we were talking about the yellow Wano Zoro, and they leaked everything but the power and the counter, and for some reason everyone went crazy? Not this one! He possesses the most brilliant mind, 1 cost event, main look at top 5 cards in your deck, or if you let Egghead type card other than he possesses the most brilliant mind, add it to your hand, place the rest of the bottom deck in any order, trigger, draw a card. You can get non-characters, which is kind of sweet, but there's not too many that really matter.
Yeah, you get a stage, you get like events.
Counters.
Yeah.
2.5?
2 for me.
Cool.
Yep.
Re-Quasar Hellp, it's guard point, but you have to have 2 or less life.
Yep.
And then trigger play an Egghead type card, 5 or less from your trash, which is pretty good. But you can't put it in your life from leader, so I give it a 2. No, 1.5.
Yeah. I gave it a 2.5, or I think I gave it a 3 even. Just because I said, like, if you were Vegapunk and you were put on the second turn, you get to play 1 for putting a character into your life, and then you get to play this as an easy defense point as well.
Sure, they want to get really aggressive on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blaze Slice looked into the card existed, also blew his mind.
Yeah.
He's a yellow player. I can't believe he didn't know about this. Main counter, up to one of your leader characters gets 1,000 power during this turn.
He's just making stuff up.
I'm literally going to just get the footage and ask someone who does like lip reading to do one of those like lip reading TikToks just to prove my point. I'll find for dude. Dude, we have membership money now, dude. I'm doing it.
We have 5
I'm gonna
cents
squander
of
this money.
membership.
Oh, we have $20 right now.
We have $20 and we're gonna spend the first $20 we're gonna use.
It'll probably cost $40, honestly. So aggressively, you get to convert the 1 Dawn to 1k power boost, or use it as 1k counter. On top of that, if your opponent has 2 or less life, which is when you're gonna activate this card, you can then rest with your opponent's character is 4 or less. So on counter, you're resting another attacker, or you're resting a blocker for your combat on the next turn. On your turn, you can either rest a blocker once you know that it's like good, they took damage, or they played a certain way and they didn't know you have this card, or you can rest a threat and then attack into the threat, especially trying to starve your opponent. Trigger, just do the resting part, no life total required. This card's a 4.5. It is so powerful for 1-on-1 drop, and it's also extremely flexible. I like this feels like, remember like Punk Gibson in set 1?
Yes.
This is like where Punk Gibson's at now, basically, right? Like,
yeah, I agree. It's a 4.5, 100%. It's like a mini Amaru, but also you could counter with it. You could rest down their Borsalinos, their Rebecca's, whatever. You know,
you literally
really
never
good.
lose Dawn value too, because you always get 1,000 base.
Yeah, it's great, dude.
Egghead is the stage 2 drop. Play it for free on trigger. If you have 3 or less life cards at your end of turn, set 1 Egghead type character with a cost of 5 or less is active. I was wondering, since we're recording this the second time, I thought about this. If it was just set all of your cost 5 or less lower Egghead type characters as active, do you think this deck could actually be like really good? We're talking about like changing cards.
No.
Like we changed the Pythagoras into a Blue Note. We're like, that would make this deck really good. Actually,
I don't think so. If it brought all of your Egghead types as
active,
I don't think so, because I don't want them hitting in my face. Like, I would rather.
But it means you could always swing out, and then you could max your choppers and have more blockers.
I guess that's sure, yeah. Because then they swing.
You could always have a good thing out for block.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, but like I said, I don't know. I don't want him to hit my face, and also like
my point. I think that's right, because you don't want to hit face, but also like they're gonna hit face is the best thing. And so like in my opinion, if that's how it works, they're gonna hit face because you're so low anyway. The difference between unresting one thing and unresting all things is just a skill check on your opponent.
Yeah.
So I'd rather get the value of unresting all things.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's a skill check, like say you're fighting a new player and then like all your stuff is active again, and then they're like, okay, well there's only one place I can hit.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you're playing a good, like, I'm talking in the best case scenario.
Okay.
I'm not talking about when you go to locals and you're like, nice, I'll play this card for when I play the new player. Like,
well, we're only bringing this deck to locals, aren't we? I mean, well, let's go back.
We are. I'm asking though if we made the version of this way, would that be good enough to not take it to locals?
I would say it's a hard check. I don't know. I think not. In my opinion, I think not. But like, I think it'd be cooler.
I'm giving it a 2 because the free play trigger that gets weird interaction. Tempo, I think the tempo part's cool. And finally, our last yellow card is Portgas.D.Ace. He's back.
He's back.
Take it for 10. Yep. On play, add 1 card from top of your deck to top of your life. You have 2 or less life at that point. You're scared against rush. Holy shit, and Nell heals 2. Wow, Nell heals 2
cool.
again.
Yeah.
Oh man, who could have seen it coming? Bro.
It's very cool. The only caveat is that it is a 10 cost. It takes a whole entire turn to play, but then it gets rushed, so it's immediate value on play. So
Yeah, I think it's only good. I think it's only good in ML. I think that the 10 cost tempo is not worth it. It's not worth it in Luffy. Maybe maybe Red Yellow Sabo, maybe.
Red Yellow Sabo would be pretty fire.
It'd be
actually.
interesting.
Yeah.
You have to build it a very specific way.
Yeah.
Definitely not the Shandoran 08.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Cat wants this.
I don't think Cat wants this.
Yeah.
Because you want to play Mom instead.
Maybe Black Yellow Mom wants this. I could see this in Black Yellow Mom.
Black Yellow Mom would be fire with this. Actually.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. Yeah.
4.
4. Yeah.
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 Cool. That is all the yellow cards, guys. If you're watching this video.
On, Mike. Go back to Vegapunk.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget the great Vegapunk again like we did in the first one
yeah.
that we lost. So after seeing all those cards, Vegapunk is a 3.
2.5.
Wow. I don't think we ever graded a leader below 3.
I think it's a 2.
That's nuts.
2 life is nuts.
I think in my brain, I'm thinking about some of the cards I've seen from the next set, which one doesn't make it competitive. It makes it
sense. Yeah.
better, more evened out.
Yeah.
And also knowing in the story what's not printed into a card, being like, okay, they saw this
They can
thing
still
and
do
this
this, yeah,
thing.
they could do that,
It's
yeah.
like, or they can print characters that are on Egghead as Egghead type. Like,
Yeah.
I'll bleep it.
Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that could be cool, right? Or
Yeah, or oh, dude,
You
if they did Relentless Rats in this deck, that'd be fun.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this right now, all of our other guides for OP07 colors are out. Members get to see these up to 2 weeks early, so thank you for watching it right now early, for being a member, support the great channel content on this channel. If you're watching this public, go check those out if you haven't already. Support, become a member, see stuff early, exclusive live streams, helps us do more giveaways and stuff like that. I gotta do a guess a card, win a card at locals.
Oh, yeah.
Those TikToks popped up. I gotta do another
They
one.
would be
at
fire,
locals.
yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow. And yeah, the next videos we'll have coming out is our leader guide. So if any of these leaders from the colors have interested you, even Vegapunk, we will have some guides for that coming out soon, so make sure to subscribe for that. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.